Hello and welcome to the Next Gen Nation podcast, where we talk about all things gaming and anime. I'm your host, Dominique.
I'm your other host, Demothy.
And I am Julian.
Oh,
You almost did the Julian thing again.
Julian.
Welcome back.
I am back.
You were
Glad to be back.
Yeah, you were off on your little Blade and Soul binge.
Yes, I had to step out.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's understandable. New MMO comes out. Got to play it.
I mean,
I understand.
I got into. I was in the head start.
Yeah.
So of course I had to skip just for
Yeah.
the head start, and it was worth it.
But yeah,
worth it.
Before all the casuals started coming in when the game released.
casuals.
Yeah, it got scary.
Okay.
But I'm scared.
All right. So So why don't we just go ahead and just do our usual thing of just talking about what we've been doing this week?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Our usual
Yeah.
routine. So who wants to get us started?
I think
I
Julian
guess
wants to
I'll-
get
We
us
were
started.
just talking about him. You were playing Blade and Soul.
Yes. Since Friday, I've been playing Blade and Soul. That's pretty much all I've been playing or doing in my room.
Right.
And then I did get to play a little bit of Resident Evil 0.
A lot of
When
people
they-
are playing it now because it just recently came out.
it came out
on
on
the
the
just came out.
19th.
Re-release
On
of
the
the game.
19th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty good. I mean,
I've been
I like.
hearing some good stuff about
Yeah,
it.
it's the same game. It just looks nice. Like that's pretty much it. And I remember it being a kid, like not being able to beat it. So like now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to beat it again. But overall, like it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh, everyone should try this. It's just like, like I said, it's remastered. You
Right.
know? But $20, not bad. It's nice.
How much?
$20.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was like
it's really not.
I-
How long is the game?
pretty long, honestly. I mean, I didn't beat it. I never beat it when I was a kid. But
I haven't even played it, so
yeah, but it's like worth it. I want to try to get the first Resident Evil, not 0, but the other one that they remastered to. Because people had a lot of positivity for that because they changed, like, I mean, of course the graphics look nice,
Yeah.
and then they got rid of the horrible voice actors, from
Right.
the original,
Right.
which was
That's good.
good. But even that one, like, I mean, but yeah, that's pretty much.
I just want to go back and touch upon Blade and Soul a little
Yes.
bit because I played it a little bit last night. There's this whole ordeal right now with trying to actually get into the game, and I get it. It's like a free to play game and whatnot, and a lot of people are trying to play it, and there's a limited amount of servers and stuff. But I mean, an hour or possibly like 3 or 4 hours just to get your character inside. Like you can go and do your character creation, but you have to wait in like this long queue to actually get into the game, which is not a lot of people have that amount of time to just sit around for 4 hours just to try to play the game. Like last night I was waiting like about an hour. Like I got like a little bit lucky and had like a slightly shorter wait time. But the first time I tried to log in, I had about 3,000 or 4,000 people ahead of me trying to get in as well. And I feel like that's a little ridiculous. And they have the premium queue as well. And at first I was a little angry because I was like, oh, you have to actually log into the game too in order to get premium so you can get ahead of people. But I soon realized that you can actually access the shop in the character selection screen. So there's that. But like,
I mean, it's not surprising, especially like the first week it comes out.
And you said they're adding more servers.
Yeah,
and
they
stuff
were
too.
they were planning to add servers really soon. I don't know if they did it yet. Like I read on a post on their forums a couple of days ago saying they were going to do it in the next like 48 hours. So I was like, oh, that's really soon. But I don't know if they did or not.
Yeah,
I haven't.
And we'll
checked.
see how much that affects like the login times and stuff.
Yeah, first week is like no surprising because like everyone wants to play, and especially because it's free to play.
Yeah,
you just
that's
download it.
That's
and,
the
like,
biggest thing. It is a free to play game, and so anyone can just try and just get in.
Yeah.
So like that's understandable, but like the wait times are a little ridiculous right now.
I mean, yeah, especially if there's
so if-
4,000 people trying to log in at the same time.
yeah,
you
and
know?
by the time the podcast goes up, I'm pretty sure the new servers will be up as well. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure in like a week or two, like, people will dissipate or like when the new servers come, maybe they'll try to go over there and then kind of spread everything out. Or people might just give up and not play it. So I think in a week or two, I think it'll ease up.
But I did finally actually get to go inside as well. And I'm not going to talk about this when we actually get to my portion of the thing. I just want to mention this while we're talking about Blade and Soul.
Yeah.
I did actually finally get to get a little bit of game time in there, and it's fun. I really like the gameplay mechanics. The graphics are still really good considering how old the game is. It's like a few years old already, and it still holds up really well and looks better than most of the MMOs that are out right now. So that's really nice, and then the gameplay is fun. It's action oriented with still like MMORPG elements and stuff with the skills, and it's innovative. It's intuitive. You learn it really quickly, and you have to pay attention, which is nice. So I've been having fun. It's really cinematic too. They've been doing like voice acting and stuff for it. Also, the cutscenes are really pretty, and like they do voice acting for a pretty wide majority of the characters too. Which is nice because you don't really get that with a lot of MMORPGs. So it's not the best voice acting, but like at least they put the effort. So I like that. So
no, it's a lot of fun. Like for the most I played in one day or one sitting was 12 hours. Like I've been just
I played it for like 2 hours.
You're
last
getting
night.
that disappointed, and then like every now and then,
Julian, you did spend like $300.
Yeah, he's getting his money's worth.
Oh no, yeah. I bought the master pack. It was $125.
Yeah,
and I get like 3 months of premium, and I got like costumes that only master pack people can have, and all this stuff. And I feel so special. Don't get me. No, but I'm enjoying a lot. Like I don't like. At least I didn't pay that much and be like, oh, this game sucks, and stop playing it. I'm having a lot of fun. Like, cause even like the side quests. Cause like when I tried playing what do you call it? Final Fantasy. I don't know which one it was, the MMO, but like I was bored. I was like, why am I gonna do side quests? This is boring,
But this was like before they did like the new version of it.
Was this before A Realm Reborn?
I think it was before. I'm pretty sure it's before.
Yeah,
this is when I was like 15. Like,
I know before A Realm Reborn was released, it wasn't exactly great.
Like that entire team got fired.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was a train wreck.
Yeah, that was the only MMO I ever played, and then
they changed it.
It's a very terrible start. To MMOs.
But no, but like even the side quests I enjoy, like even though they're kind of generic, of course, and I skip through like the dialogue. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, it's typical.
Yeah, but like no, I have fun though. Like I think
the questing system in it so far, from what I see, is actually it's really good. I can find where I need to go. And if they don't directly tell you where it is, they have the quest tracker, which helps you find where you're going.
Yeah.
The map's actually quite solid too.
Yeah, the map's alright. I have a little bit of problems. It's kind of confusing sometimes, but like it works. Like
I actually haven't had too many issues with the map so far. I'm liking it, and like the quests, they flow, and there's plenty of side quests to do, which aren't like it's generic, but not as generic as like regular MMOs so far. Like it has some differences, and it's refreshing.
Yeah, even when I go through the quest, like every side quest I do, I feel like it's rewarding. Like I'm getting something good out of it, which is nice. I mean, of course not in the beginning, but later on, like I always feel like I'm getting something good out of it, not just like, oh, you have to do this, for XP. But like I don't know, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
it's a great game.
So that's our little Blade and Soul talk.
That's all I've been doing is playing Blade and Soul.
What's that guilty grin you just tossed over here?
Because he's been spending so much time on it.
It's sickening. No,
he's been locked in his room playing it.
Yeah,
like 12 hours in one
since
sitting
Friday.
Is like quite a
and I'm not doing anything. Like I'm just playing that game.
Yeah, and by the way, in case you didn't know, we shoot these on Fridays, so we're talking like last Friday before we shot this. So
yeah,
that's 7 days.
Good job, Julian.
like I'm upset right now because I'm not playing it. Like I'm gonna miss out on a lot, when I get back home and like, get on there, And what's cool is that I like a lot is the daily dash. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I messed around with it.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I like that.
It gets you some stuff. You just do like you spin the wheel. It tells you like how many steps you gotta do, and then you go those steps, and then you fill out like a little survey thing, and you get an item. Oh wait, no. That's a different
separate.
one. Yeah,
no,
that's the survey thing. This one you just.
But daily dash is kind of cool. Like at least it's like it kind of makes you want to come back.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little Monopoly thing.
Yeah, because
so
when you get to the end, you get like some cool costume,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I really want the costume. So like, and you only can do it 3 times a day, and like each time you do it, it's like an hour separate and stuff like that. But it's kind of cool.
It's neat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Blade and Soul.
That's
Awesome. Good job, guys.
All right. I guess I'll go next. So I'm not really going to talk about Blade and Soul. I'm going to talk about the anime that I've been watching. I've been playing I've been doing a lot of catch up this week. Just catching up with some of the newer anime that's been coming out, and then like catching up on like the stuff I've already been watching. And the biggest thing for me so far is Prince of Stride. I've really been enjoying that show.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard of Prince of Stride?
Was it? No, it was Joe that was telling me about Prince of Stride.
Yeah. He was talking about it, and then I heard about it somewhere else, and then I was like, I want to watch this. I went and watched it. It's pretty awesome. It's like free, but with like parkour and stuff. So it's free running.
Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you're so smooth.
All for the puns. But no, it's pretty awesome. I'm liking it a lot. The races are really hype. It's got like this relay race thing. They're tagging each other in and stuff. And it's an otome. If you don't know what that is, it's like basically a reverse harem. Where you got like all the pretty guys and you got like all your main girl person.
Right.
And so it's overall been a lot of fun. 3 episodes since this podcast is being recorded. And I watched through all 3 of them just straight, and I had a lot of fun watching it. The next show I've been watching was Bubuki Buranki, or it's spelled out BBK/BRNK. It's on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
And it's the CG anime, but like they do CG really well in the show. Remember Edotama? Like that did CG pretty good. This one, I think it probably does it a little bit better. The whole show's actually in CG, but the environments look pretty incredible, and it has a really interesting concept that I really like. Basically, you got like these kids, and they live in this place, and the world, you have these sleepwalking robots walking around. And like all this stuff happens. A lot of shit goes down the first episode. Like it's pretty exciting, and it just looks really nice, and the concept is it's pretty cool. It's got like some mech stuff, but like not overly like done with the mech stuff. I've been enjoying that show too. Other than that, what else? I watched something else. I'm trying to remember what else I watched. Geez, I can't remember. I guess that's probably going to be all I'm going to talk about because I can't remember my other show.
Awesome.
Yeah. I know I watched something else. I just can't. It's like lodged in my brain somewhere, and I just can't really remember it. I can't recall. Just go ahead and do your thing while I try to remember what
All right.
the other show was.
All right. Good job. Good job with the tag out.
Yep.
For me, this week has been really MMO heavy, but not Blade and Soul. Not Blade and Soul.
No, that's unfortunate.
As an MMO player, I already know not to touch it for the next 2 weeks.
That's smart. That's that's actually very smart.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to get like the premium thing, so it's not like I'm gonna get early access to the queue. The new servers are gonna come out,
Wait,
but
which
we
game
don't
are we
know
talking about?
how
Blade and
stable they're gonna be. It's just basically like WildStar's launch all over again. Hopefully they try and merge the servers once they gain some stability and a lot of people leave, but I don't know where they're gonna go with that.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see.
I feel Blade and Soul might do a little bit better than WildStar possibly. But
If they stay on top of it.
yeah, exactly. And they're already starting to put up. They're already saying like they're putting up new servers and stuff. And so it seems like they're making an effort. You know?
Yeah, they're trying. They're listening. And they see it. They're like, oh, that's a problem.
No, WildStar put up servers too as well, but it was just, people, when you play like MMOs and stuff like this, people want to be where the population is.
Right.
So even if you open up these other servers, not a lot of people are going to want to go over there.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be, significantly less populated And who's to say you're going to be able to find groups and like people to play with as
Yeah.
easily?
Well, what they have in there is with the dungeon thing where you can make parties. It's cross servers. You can be from any
cross server. That's
yeah,
good.
not like in the open world, but like when you go to dungeons, you can make a party and they can be from any server.
I get what
Oh,
you're
I like
saying.
that.
That's actually a
And the
very
PvP
smart-
too, when you fight each other, same thing. It's cross server.
Okay, so that's a smart solution that they have for it. So okay, they should do better. Yeah. But other than that, I've been playing Destiny. I got my Titan Taken King content, so I don't even know if I'm gonna touch the Warlock.
I've just been going straight to Taken King content because I used my boost, and that's the only other character I'm ever gonna make. So,
Oh, okay.
so I'm already doing that. I completely skipped the main stuff.
I converted Joe a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
but I finally convinced him to come out with his acceptance of the Titan class.
He put up like this little video. He's like, I'm moving to the dark side, and he's like playing PvP, going around, and like the only kills he's getting is just punching people in the face or kneeing them in the face.
Yeah.
So he's just running around like the Crucible, just like punching people.
No, because I had a talk with Joe while we were playing the other day. I was like, Joe, I don't think Timothy believes me when I tell him that you actually like the Titan class.
No, I see it now. I definitely see it now. He's having fun with it.
I told you he loved it. It's like it's only the striker class, but it's a Captain Falcon.
Yeah, no, the striker class is the
he
funniest
loves it.
one to watch.
He loves it.
So I've been playing the Night Stalker on my Hunter. I haven't touched my
That's
Warlock
the bow and
recently.
arrow one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm having fun with the Night Stalker. I like shooting the arrow. It looks really cool. The grenade looks cool too when you throw it out. So
It's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I'm still going Defender. I don't know if I'm gonna switch to Sunbreaker. Mm-hmm. Not sure. I'm liking Defender a lot,
right.
personally.
Oh, as far as the quests for like the new classes go, it seems like Warlock is like the hypest one to get the third subclasses.
I think so.
Because when I was playing through the Hunter, I was expecting something like super hype also, but it wasn't exactly that hype to get the class. But Warlock was definitely like a lot of fun to do for the what was it? Stormcaller.
Yeah,
Stormcaller. There we go. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the Sunbreaker quest just to have it. Mm-hmm. So I'll let you know how that goes. But I doubt it's going to be as high.
Sunbreaker's the hammer one, right?
Sunbreaker, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think Arnold's playing the Sunbreaker right now.
Is he?
Yeah, I occasionally see him throwing hammers around, so.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Julian's like listening to us like throwing hammers around. What?
I was
It's
like, oh
basically a
wow.
point blank attack. If you're in danger, you activate your special. You can literally just throw it right in front of you on the ground. And if it kills them, it'll heal you. Yep.
Apparently there was like this thing like where it was like super OP when it first came out. I think Joe was talking about like how he was doing the quest with Hannibal, and he killed the boss like super fast with the Sunbreaker. So I don't remember exactly the details behind it, but
No, it was
apparently
pretty.
there was that thing.
There were a lot of videos out when it first came out where like the Sunbreaker was just, it was either glitching beautifully,
Right.
or it was just too strong.
Yeah.
Just too strong. But
And
yeah,
that was with the Taken King DLC?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Taken King.
I only played regular Destiny and I was like, this game sucks.
Taken
and I
King's
dropped it
good.
super
the
hard.
story's terrible for.
Yeah, I dropped it super hard. And
Yeah.
I didn't buy the game. My friend gave it to me, and I was like,
Lucky.
That's why it
This
took me
game
so
sucks.
long to finally actually get into Taken King. It took me a while, like a lot of
yeah,
pushing.
I'm still scared. Like I'm afraid of like I mean, I know you guys are enjoying it, but like it's still like because I'm like scarred from playing regular Destiny.
No, it's understandable.
Like
Like,
vanilla
it's
Destiny.
the first impressions thing. Like it made a really bad first impression. Like I had a little bit of fun with it at first during year one, but then like I got burnt out and I couldn't stand it anymore. And so like I really didn't want to play Taken King until like everybody's playing Taken King. I'm like, okay, I'll jump into.
What they did do though was if you haven't played the year one content and you make a new character, they've kind of merged the stories so that you'll be playing the main story and some of the DLC together.
Oh, okay, that's
So
cool.
you don't get like completely bored out of your mind.
Right.
Me and Joe, we did the the Dark Below, like that Crota quest
Yeah, I still
line,
need to
the
do that
DLC.
Dark Below stuff. I haven't done it
That
yet.
strike was so dumb.
Really?
So dumb.
Are all the missions still like the same where like it's always like go get this item, oh wait, there's monsters, and then you complete it?
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know if it changes in Taken
but it's
King because I
more-
haven't gotten to it yet, but that's what.
That was the
Below
number one thing
was.
I hated. I was like everything was the same thing, and I was like,
But it's a lot more exciting now. Like, you still have like your thing. You're going through. You're getting this thing. You're shooting the bosses, and these enemies show up and whatnot. But they've made it more cinematic, and like it's more exciting to do than it was with like the year one content.
but like how does it make it exciting though? Like
It's really hard to explain. The enemies they introduced the Taken race.
The Taken look really cool. Too,
Yeah, the Taken look really cool. They're like these possessed things, which is really they're fun to watch because they teleport around a lot too. But
It's
yeah,
annoying.
yeah.
that sounds more annoying
It's
than fun to
It's
watch.
fun to watch, but it's annoying because I remember I was like,
I'm not gonna vouch for that one.
I start shoot. I was playing my Night Stalker. I start charging my bow at this thing, and the second I release, it teleports to the side.
Yeah, no, I throw my sticky grenades all the time.
Yeah.
And he's like right there.
Yeah.
He's right there.
So like, yeah, they're a little annoying to deal with, and they're a little they're kind of bullet spongy, but like they're still really cool enemies, and they're fun to watch like as they're running around and stuff.
the
And
music
teleporting
helps
around.
a lot too.
They've upped the music with Taken King too. But like the
And they
the
changed
quest,
the voice for
for Dinklage Bot.
yeah.
It's no longer Dinkobot. It's Nolan Bot.
Yeah.
Or is it Northbot?
I don't
What
know.
would it be? I don't know.
But like they've upped their game with this. It's really hard to explain how they've made like the Taken King content more exciting than the year one content.
Story's better.
The story is definitely
That's
better.
basically the thing right there. The
They've added more
story's much
cinematics to it. They've improved upon the music. The maps look really cool now too, like the new maps for Taken King. So yeah, it's overall been a much better experience. So I think it's worth
All
it.
right.
But yeah, it's up to you. I know like the first impressions thing is really hard to get over.
Yeah.
And then I gotta spend a lot because like I don't even have the other expansions. I don't even know if it's worth it to even get
When
those.
you get Taken King, it comes with the other ones.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
gonna get the physical game, but if you're trying to just like keep yours and upgrade to the next expansion or something, you have to buy it separate.
Oh,
Still, I think you
okay.
still have to buy it separate.
Did you buy a digital copy of Year One
Oh
Destiny?
no, it
or-
was a disc.
It was the disc. Oh wait, no, I actually didn't get much for my disc. Actually, I got like $2 for my
worth
original disc.
nothing.
Yeah, so I would suggest get the physical one. It's like $40. I think it comes with all the DLC.
And then throw away the vanilla one out the window.
Yeah,
much.
Yeah,
I'll make sure to do
Make
that.
sure you get a new
'Cause
copy
They're
though.
gonna give you a vanilla one. Like the Taken King physical
Yeah.
disc is vanilla.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
get the code for all the.
Yeah,
DLC.
so make sure you get a
DLC.
new one because you have
Is
to
it
get the
$40
codes.
really? I thought it'd be like 60.
No, it's 40.
It's 60 starting, but they've been doing a lot of sales to 40 to where I'm pretty sure it's just gonna stay at 40 at this point.
I got mine for 40.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not
Yeah,
as
it's
bad. I
been
thought it was
40
gonna be
for a
60.
while.
I was like, man, I don't want to spend $60 on like a game I didn't like.
But yeah, remember to get a new copy of Taken King because the codes. Don't get a used one because you won't get the codes. You'll just get vanilla Destiny.
Yeah. Get a new
Well,
one.
I'm not. Yeah.
Because the used one's $15 and it sounds
Yeah.
amazing, but that's because there's no codes.
Yeah.
I did that with one game. It was like Metal Gear, the collectors. It was like 1 to 4, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I got it used at Game Dude. And like, I don't know why I thought the first one would be on one of the discs, but it was the very first Metal Gear was like the code and it wasn't there.
Oh.
So I had to buy it on the PlayStation Store. So like,
That sucks. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
it wasn't that much. I bought the game for like $20 and then I spent, I think it was like $10. And it wasn't that bad. I didn't
Right.
really care. I
Yeah.
love the game anyways. I don't,
Mhm.
even though I'm giving it to Konami now. But anyways, yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. Other than that, I've been playing. I resubbed to Final Fantasy 14 just because one of my friends picked it up.
You were talking about that, yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends picked it up, so I'm trying to play on the console. It's really hard. It's really hard. It's so different than
But-
playing on the PC.
But it is good. But it is still like the controller support for it is still really well done.
No, it's
it
very
just takes some getting used to.
It's very solid, but it's different.
Speaking of which, Blade and Soul also has controller support. I
Controller?
haven't tried it yet.
It's the
but-
same. Is it kind of the same?
I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
But it does have it.
But yeah, it's like I can get used to like controlling my character and like using the buttons and everything, but it's trying to set up my UI again.
Oh,
That's rough.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
yeah,
very
from
particular about
from what I've
what
seen. From what I've seen, you have to do like a lot of like UI reorganizing and stuff when you're playing the when you're playing it with a controller and whatnot. And also, if you're doing like PC Realm Reborn, doing controller hooked up to your TV, you got to like resize everything because everything's gonna be tiny otherwise. It's a lot of UI stuff going on with that.
It is. It's interesting, but I mean, I figured I'd like spend maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours and just dedicate myself to getting it right, and I'll probably be able to do it. But like, I just spent the first week just trying to learn how to navigate the system. It was just terrible.
By the way, so when are we gonna get in that free to play MMO that's in the PlayStation Store? It was like Onigiri or something.
Never.
No,
It looks terrible. Looks so
Never.
bad.
It's
like,
rated M for whatever reason.
it looks like a bad Phantasy Star Online.
oh
Gameplay
god,
wise.
Fantasy Star Online.
Fantasy Star Online 2 was actually pretty solid, but like this Onigiri does
No,
not.
We're not touching that. Yeah,
We should play it just to see how bad it is.
I'm okay.
I actually played Fantasy.
LP of Onigiri confirmed.
No, Fantasy Star. Actually, that was another game I played. I remember because it was like the free one, but on the Xbox 360. And I remember walking in there, and a lot of people be like, you know, free nudes and stuff like, or like you pay and they give them money, like in-game currency money, and they send you a picture on Xbox Live of like a picture of like,
Right.
like any whatever it is. It was so dumb.
A little closer to your mouth.
Right, yeah, right there.
There we go.
All right. But yeah.
I'm just worried it's a little far away.
Okay.
Yeah. I wonder if we can get it like maybe like a little bit closer, like kind of like how me and Julian have it.
This is the part where you put like the
The standby.
the standby technical difficulties. And then oh, okay, smack it.
This is gonna be a really weird episode. Okay.
All right.
That looks fine.
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Sorry about that, guys. We're still working out like this new setup and stuff. Like we got all this new stuff. We didn't really mention it when we came back, but yeah, we got all this new stuff that we're still.
I haven't
trying
seen
to,
this before.
Yeah, yeah. This is new. These things are relatively new to this year. So yeah, we're still working out some kinks.
Yeah. We're getting there though.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We are.
This right here.
That's not gonna work.
This is not gonna work.
But we're
Jerry
getting
rig,
there.
but
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah, it took us a while to finally figure out a solution, but this is not gonna fly.
It works though.
Yeah, for now. This chair, this is not gonna work. This is too high.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
Yeah. But I don't, yeah, getting back into Final Fantasy. It's still fun. Still a good game, but I have to get used to playing it on a console. And I'm really trying to wean myself off just going back to the PC because it's the same subscription. I can just turn on my laptop and start playing.
Oh, it's the same. Oh, and the same account throughout too.
Yeah, I just had to buy the game. I just had to buy the software for
Right.
the PS4. That's all I had to do.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's cross-platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I really like that they added the cross-platform thing.
Oh yeah, it's great and probably the only reason. It is the only reason I'm playing on the PlayStation because
Right.
I didn't have to make a new character or anything.
That's good.
But I feel like I have to start a new class because all these buttons I can't.
If you change the UI on like one platform,
Doesn't affect it at all.
Okay, all right. That's
Because that's a separate file setting. So on a PC, it's a separate file that has my settings for the UI. Pretty much the same thing on the PlayStation.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I really like that.
Yeah, so the only thing that will change is if I change how my character looks or something, it'll obviously reflect on the PC.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. But yeah, other than that, I can just get both setups the way I like them, and I won't have any problems.
Okay. I remember the other anime I was planning on talking about. I'm continuing Gate. They started the second season of Gate. Still not super big on it. A lot of hype surrounding it. Also, just like how Myriad Colors Phantom World is getting a lot of hype behind it, just because it's like KyoAni and stuff. But Gate, it's like okay. It's all right. It's not like spectacular.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the other thing I was watching. Okay, moving on.
All right. Okay. And then the last
That's why
one,
I didn't remember it.
the last one, since nobody wants to play with me, I went and found my own guild on Elder Scrolls Online.
I'm sorry, I might trade my copy in. I'm kind of done with that game. I
Barely touched it.
I know. I
You
didn't really
play
like it. But the problem was I was looking for like more of like a true MMO experience, and with like Elder Scrolls Online, it doesn't feel really. It just feels like another Elder Scrolls game, which is fine. Like if you want to play an Elder Scrolls game, that's fine. But like I wanted like more of like an actual like MMORPG to play.
We didn't even get to dungeons.
I know, but like the skill system, I'm not too hot about and whatnot. I don't
It's
know.
the same system. It's cooldowns, mana, or like energy usage, and then auto attacks. But is it because you have to manually do the auto attacks?
No, it's not
auto?
that. I like the manually doing. I like manually doing the attacks. That's how it is in Blade and Soul too. Like you have to keep clicking. But I don't know. There was just something about it I didn't really care for that I got kind of bored of. So
Okay. Well, I found a guild, and they're pretty awesome. So I'm actually moving forward in Elder Scrolls and liking it. So yeah, that's been my week. It's been very MMO heavy. And for anime, I started watching Erased.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
good.
I'm planning on jumping in there too. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Erased. A lot of people are really excited for it too. The concept is interesting.
The concept just reminds me of Life is Strange, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just turning back time, and like the way they do it in the first episode, like how they show the sign of time travel or whatever, was like really similar to how it started off on Life is Strange.
Yeah.
So I thought that was. I feel like there's something there to where they're so similar that there must be like some kind of history behind it or some common belief that that's what that is a symbol of or something, because it was like the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it seems really interesting where they're going with this and what's actually happening. He basically just goes back in time.
Do you know about Erased?
Never heard of it.
So Erased is like it's an anime that came out recently. I believe it had like another source originally.
I don't know what
right?
the origin source is,
yeah.
but basically the guy, whenever whenever
so he's a
something
manga
bad is
artist.
about to happen, the time goes back. And what he has to do, once he notices that time went back, like whatever amount of time it went back, he has to look for something different or what's wrong surrounding him, because that means like something really bad is about to happen. So he starts like looking around to see what happens, and basically he misses the clue one time and it like costs him dearly. So now he has to try and fix it. And that's like the plot without giving up too much with like what happened or how he has to fix it.
All right, sounds
But
interesting.
like you figure it out, like everything gets set up in the first episode, so where this is what's happening in the season or like the seasons to follow. Like this is the goal. It looks like it's going to be a really interesting like thriller. I think it's a thriller.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of letting the episodes pile up a little bit before I start watching it. I don't know if it's a good episode to like a good show to marathon, but like I haven't actually gotten around to it yet. But I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good, especially if they can keep the pacing going as well as they are right now. It's only 2 episodes in, maybe 3.
I think
I don't know if the 3rd episode came out yet, because I only watched it yesterday, so I only saw 2.
It'll probably be out by the time the podcast goes up. So
Probably,
yeah.
but yeah, I think it has high hopes, high promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been my week.
Okay. We'll go ahead and just start going through some news right now. I have them written down here.
Blade and Soul.
Blade and Soul came out last week.
That really is like the only news this week.
Yeah, there's not a ton of stuff right now. I'm just gonna go through some quick stuff. Nintendo announced that Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition New Nintendo 3DS XL will be coming to North America on February 19th.
Oh yeah, another Nintendo thing. that NX console is
There's-
rumored to be running on 900p.
Oh, really?
There's actually a lot of rumors flying around about the NX.
Yeah.
One is like there's going to be 2 separate systems that's being sold.
They're saying it's going to be like a hybrid thing,
Yeah.
2 separate systems, 900p. I
don't
think
know
they
where
said it
this
was
one
going to be
came
like
from.
compatible with PlayStation
yeah,
somehow.
yeah, that's what
What?
I was actually going to say.
Like
also,
it's wild right
yeah,
now.
there's so many
It's
freaking
wild.
rumors regarding the NX right now. I don't know what's real, what's not.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna think too much of it. I don't think the PS4 Xbox compatibility thing is true at all.
I doubt that's going to be true. I don't see the reason for it.
Yeah. Next up, there's a new expansion announced for City Skylines. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like this sort of
I
like
have not.
sim style building, like you're making your city type of game.
It's like a Sim City game.
Yeah, something like that. The new expansion is called Snowfall, and the description is, in Snowfall, the difficulty heats up when the city cools down, thanks to a new in-game temperature reading that will have residents bundling up for warmth when the weather outside is frightful. Cosmetic weather composed of rain and fog will be added to city skylines as part of a free update along with other features to be announced soon. Players who own Snowfall will get to face a new challenge, such as ensuring that their city infrastructure can handle seasonal heating demands, and when the snow starts falling, that the roads can stay clear. New snow plow services will be required to prevent traffic from freezing in place, while new all-weather trams and expanded public transit options can help residents and visitors alike get around town and visit the new winter parks and landmarks available in Snowfall. That was a little long.
I feel like that's actually a big deal for games like this.
Yeah, no, it's adding a lot of new features to the game
Yeah,
overall.
like weather control.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not gonna list like all the things that they add to the game, but it does definitely change the game quite a bit. I haven't played it, but I've seen a lot of people play it. A lot of people like it. It seems like an interesting game. It's just not really for me. I don't really like those city building games. So
Right. Yeah, I tried it once. Not this game, but I just tried a game similar to that, and it's just not my thing.
yeah, so I mean, this will really affect the people that do like it, and it's gonna change it.
I think that's like a huge game changer in general. I can't recall these games ever having like the option to control weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds. I never heard of something like that.
like make it so that your town adapts and handles something like that. That's really
it's an interesting update to the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the news. There's really not that much. Excuse me, not that much going on this week.
Actually, have you heard of the leaked like Street Fighter V costumes? Have you seen anything about that?
I haven't heard about that. I don't really want to hear too many like leaks of Street Fighter V, but like I mean, costumes doesn't really affect too much. I guess.
Yeah, it's just like because I guess like there was a big update on the PC, so people got the file and then put it like on a I guess what would you call like those 3D like printing thing or like things you design like 3D models and stuff.
Oh.
So they actually got the file, so like it's colorless, it's like in gray, but they showed like the models of like all the costumes. They're like whatever, but they showed like Laura, and it's like the most lewd thing for like Street Fighter. Like it's like she's wearing booty shorts.
Yeah,
and like
I find it weird that like they're saying like they're doing like these little censorship.
No, yeah,
things
no, you have
when
this.
they have all this stuff.
Oh no, yeah, Laura like she's wearing booty shorts for like half her butt showing, and then like she has this like I think it was like a tied like those, shirts or whatever, and like she has like major under boob and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, Capcom.
But there's no booty slapping, so it's okay.
I don't know.
No, it's still booty slapping. They just don't show it.
Yeah.
And it was like
It's so dumb.
Yeah, I
just
know.
don't get it.
I don't understand it either. It's
like
really
I thought it was more
weird.
like funny or like silly than like
Sexual.
it's very sexual.
I thought
she's-
the whole point of that character was to be like silly and fun.
No, yeah, that's the whole point of our
Yeah, that's her.
That's
and,
what I
like,
thought, but obviously not.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
understand.
guess we can't have fun.
I understand the cami. No, I understand the cami shot where it was like right up her crotch. Like
that was fair.
Yeah, that one's fair.
yeah.
The army could butt slap, not really. And like the fact that they're introducing all these other lewd stuff, like it just doesn't make sense. Like they're
let's just be
they're not making
consistent.
any
Yeah,
sense.
and then like upcoming characters like Jury's gonna be in there for DLC.
I mean, they're gonna shave Ryu's beard at this rate because it's just that's too much sex selling right there.
they gotta tone down on the muscles a little
Yeah,
bit.
he's got to put a shirt back on. And everything. It's just
They also they're getting Chun-Li like wearing a cop outfit, which is actually pretty cool. I thought that
might be fun.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Cool. I'm not much of a Chun-Li player because I don't really play charge characters, but that would be interesting to look at.
She's not charge character in 5.
Oh, she's not?
No.
Oh, they changed? I didn't.
Yeah, they always change them a lot. Like she wasn't. I mean, she has like one charge move that's like pretty much it.
Right.
But everything else, they're kind of like. It kind of played a little bit like Alpha, except for she didn't have the same move sets and stuff. Like the only charge move I think she has is the spinning bird kick.
Okay.
That's it. Like, and then everything else is like half circle, like forward for her little ball. But that's pretty much it.
I definitely like the direction they're going with 5. Like it's a faster paced game, so I can get behind that. I like fast paced
and they're getting they're getting more characters that are very like anti like Shoto characters. Like they throw fireballs a lot. Like they're making the characters like have moves to get around that.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw that during the beta. So.
Yeah. So I can't wait for it when it comes out. Also can't wait for XCOM 2. I don't know if you guys play those strategy games.
Never played it, but
really,
it's like
they're so good. They're really good. The first XCOM, Enemy Within, that one's really good. I was a really big fan of that game. But I can't wait for that. Anyways, sorry.
Okay.
I got distracted. RPGs.
Yep. We'll go on to our topic of RPGs. That's just the whole topic. We're just talking about RPGs today.
Basically.
Because we were talking a lot about MMOs. So.
And they are RPGs.
They are RPGs.
Like Blade and Soul.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of Blade and Soul?
I haven't heard about that. Could you?
Really?
What's this about again?
Realm Reborn, what's that? What is a werecraft? But yeah, we're gonna be talking a little bit about RPGs today. So who wants to start us off?
They're looking at me.
Why don't I just go ahead and just talk about this whole thing? RPGs lately have been getting a lot more publicity lately than it used to be. Like before, like RPGs were more catered towards like a more hardcore crowd, whereas lately, like they've been making it a lot more accessible to new people, and a lot of more mainstream people are starting to hear a lot more about RPG games and like playing them more often. Whereas before, you didn't really see a lot of talk about it. Like they've always been around. They've definitely always been around, but they're getting a lot more recognition lately. Like, for instance, Witcher 3 was super huge, and everybody knows about Witcher 3 now. Dragon Age is a popular series. So, like, there's a lot going on about RPGs, so I just thought, like, it'd be a good chance to talk about it. So, I'll say my thing that I used to play a lot back in the day. I used to play a lot of Neverwinter Nights, which is by BioWare. It's like sort of like a Dungeons and Dragons inspired type of game. It has like a lot of the same elements to it. And I namely played 2, and I also had the Diamond Edition. I got into it because of my cousin. It was a lot of fun to play. It had like sort of like a Diablo-esque style to it, where it's like kind of top-down-ish. And there were a lot of cheat codes. I messed around.
What platform was this?
I played it on PC. I don't think it was on anywhere else. I think it was just PC. But yeah, there were a lot of cheat codes in there, and I messed around a lot with those.
Do you have like the little cheat code like guy, and you like scroll through the?
No, actually, I got all the cheat codes from my cousin.
Shaped book.
Yeah, it was like really small whipped.
I actually have
really
tall.
tall.
I actually have one of those books in my bookshelf from like a long time ago. I didn't really use it, but I had it. It's just kind of.
I remember getting the book sale, as what they call them, like the schools and stuff.
Little book fairs.
Yeah, book fairs. That's what it is. I remember
that's where I got mine from.
They were always at book fairs.
Yeah, I think that's where I got mine from. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff to mess around with there, and so like I played around with the cheat codes a lot and like made my character like super OP and stuff. In Diamond Edition, they had this sort of like level creator mode in there too, which I played the hell out of.
That's pretty cool.
I made what I would do was like I would make the enemies as like strong as I can make them and make the weapons as strong as I can make them. And then I would go in, and even though your weapons are like super strong and your stats are like up there and stuff, it still took forever to kill those things. Like I was sitting there for like a good 30 minutes before the enemy finally died. And then there were also times where like it just wasn't going anywhere. And so I played around, and you can make like your own weapons, like customize your own weapons and stuff, like pick out different blade parts and whatnot. I played a lot of Neverwinter when I was younger, so it was a lot of fun. They also have an MMO right now called Neverwinter, which is a completely different game.
Really?
Yeah, this one's like more action, whereas Neverwinter Nights was like a little bit more strategic. This one, the graphics, the aesthetics are very different too, but it exists. I don't know how well it's doing right now. I've heard like mixed things about it. I was actually pretty excited for it at first, but I just kind of fell off the bandwagon of it. So there's my thing. I also plan on getting Dragon's Dogma for the PC because that recently came out.
Oh yeah, a lot of people have been saying good things about that.
Dragon's Dogma was fantastic on the PS3. I played it,
but now you can play it with the full frames.
Yeah,
and it has a really in-depth pawn system, which is kind of grabbing me right now too, because like your pawns learn stuff, and like you start borrowing pawns from other people. Like they'll tell you how to do things and stuff. It helps you out.
Yep.
It's really, there's a lot going on for it, so that's why I'm really interested. And it just looks really good on PC, so probably gonna get that.
Cool. That's all your
That's
RPG stuff.
Yeah. So far, I'm gonna piggyback off some of the stuff you guys are gonna say probably. So
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, I'm thinking of like RPGs that really impacted me. Like I'm not thinking of like ones I like recently, like Fallout 4 and stuff. Like, I think an RPG that really like got to me was probably like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes.
Just because Star Wars was my childhood, and that like, and when I was a kid when I played that, it like blew my mind. And I think that's probably one of my first like big RPG games I got into as a kid.
Still great.
It's
still great.
It's amazing. So like just like I don't know, because like that was Star Wars is my whole childhood.
I actually didn't play a lot of Star Wars games when I was younger. Like I
Really?
liked Star Wars and whatnot, but I didn't really play any of the games.
I didn't play a lot of the
that came
games
out.
either. I played the Pod Racer.
I played the
that
Pod
was
Racer and I
awesome.
played Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars is really fun.
Yeah,
Those
It was
Lego
a lot of
games
fun.
are great.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, like those are good games.
Yeah, they are. They're really solid. I didn't expect them to be like as good as they were. But yeah, I played a lot of the Lego Star Wars games.
No, I was a little like when I was a kid, I was like completely like crazy about Star Wars because I was like a little autistic kid who only played video games, so of course I'm about Star Wars. No, but like I played like Republic Commando. That was a good first person shooter.
I never played it, but I know
That was
what
really
you're talking
cool.
about.
Yeah, but you have like little commands, like you tell them to do stuff.
Yeah.
What else? The Pod Racer, of course. That was like one of the first ones.
I never played Force Unleashed, but I heard that was pretty great.
I actually never played it. I wasn't a big fan of that.
heard it was really good.
No, yeah, people liked it.
The story's weird.
The story.
Yeah, like the guy that you play as, he's
Is
just
that
like,
the one with the apprentice with the backwards?
yeah, the guy who
lightsaber?
holds his upside down and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was
For no
interesting.
range.
Like I've heard like things here and there about it. Like some people said it was like really awesome. Some people didn't really like it.
As a game, it was fun. The story was just like, it was interesting.
was
It
funky.
wasn't great. It was great. It wasn't great.
Right.
It was okay.
But yeah, but like I played a lot of Star Wars games, so Republic Commando, Pod Racer, Rogue Squadron, Battlefront, of course. First two, the only good ones.
But those aren't really RPGs.
But I know what I'm trying to say is like, because Star Wars, like, or I'll just say how many games I played.
Right.
But I think like Knights of the Old Republic, I think that like probably like it was the game, like RPG that like was the most impactful just because like in the Star Wars universe, and I was so in depth with it.
Jedi Academy was great too.
Yeah, I haven't played. I didn't play that.
Okay.
People always told me about that, but that's the only like one I've
Like Jedi Academy and Knights of the Old Republic they're up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it'd be Knights of the Old Republic, and then I think like that's a good one for my side.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I also used to play a lot of JRPGs when I was younger too. Like I never actually completed that many. Like the only ones I completed were with my cousin, and that was Tales of the Abyss.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that
Abyss
game
was good.
Yeah, that's a good game.
I really like Tales of the Abyss.
Remade that for the 3DS and it was actually really good.
And then I didn't ever actually beat Symphonia, but I played a little bit of Symphonia. Mostly the Tales series.
Like that's the one I was going to talk about.
Oh, well, we'll get to a chance to really talk about it when we get to you. But yeah, it was mostly the Tales series that, as far as like JRPGs go, I played that one GameCube Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles or whatever.
Yep. Great.
I played some of that. I would only play that at my other cousin's house. I have like two cousins that play video games a lot, and so I would go play with them. One was a little bit further away, so I would constantly go to the one that's closest by, and I would mostly just go to his house to play video games because he had like everything at the time. So yeah, lots of JRPGs as well. I don't really play them as much anymore though.
They've kind of fallen off in some areas.
Yeah.
There's still some goodies.
Yeah.
A little bit, sort of.
I should not
Sort of.
touch this before it makes like all these weird rattling noises. Like I said, still working this out.
Jeez.
We'll get it eventually. Don't worry.
We're trying, people.
Maybe like one or two more podcasts, we'll have it perfect.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on.
Is that it for you, Julian?
I guess. Yeah, that's
Knights of the Old Republic?
yeah.
It's a really good one. So it's great. It is.
It's a good game.
But God, for me, RPGs were like that was my thing since like middle school. That's all I really played because they're single player.
Yeah, they're single player, they're long.
They take forever.
Yeah, you have a lot of playtime with them.
But the one that really got me into them was the JRPG Tales of Symphonia. That's a game that I've completed multiple times.
Multiple times.
Like if I were to do it, I bought the collection that came out on the PS3 that had Tales of Symphonia 1 and 2.
Right.
That if I finished that probably would have been my 5th time beating the game.
The Tales games are they're really solid. Not so much anymore recently. Like the recent Tales games have been like a little weak compared to older ones.
The stories really declined. Like the quality is so lackluster these days.
Like back like during Symphonia and Abyss and
Symphonia, Abyss, Vesperia.
Vesperia, definitely. Like those ones were really good JRPGs, really solid. None of us mentioned Final Fantasy. I didn't really play Final Fantasy, but like they're worth mentioning. Like they were really big influences.
Final Fantasy was really fun.
Genre.
Everyone always talks about the popular 7.
Yeah,
which wasn't my favorite one. It was really good. Like I don't think you should take away from that. That it was.
But like
really
10
good.
brought in like the voice acting.
10 brought in voice acting. I think 9 is still the best one to ever happen.
No one ever talks about 9.
Which is a shame. No one talks about 9.
I forgot it existed.
But it's great. It's so amazing. And they just re-released it. They like enhanced it and re-released it for PC. So
what characters was 9 again?
Tetra, I want to say? No.
Why does no one talk about 9? Everyone talks about 7, everyone talks about 10. No one talks about 9. And I don't remember anyone from it.
Because I feel like its main character was underwhelming.
Right.
Compared to the others. Because you had 7 with Cloud. 8 you had Leon. Or Lionheart, whatever you want to call him. And then 10 you had like Yuna and Titus. But 9, my favorite one to remember was Vivi, the black mage in the game. But other than that, not really.
Right.
But yeah, Final Fantasy was a great series for RPGs. 9 being my favorite. I also liked 4 a lot. That got ported to a handheld that I played. It was really fun. As far as like American and like European RPGs, anything that's like not Japanese, Dragon Age was like my big series. I still love Origins. I think it's like the best one still, personally.
I actually still need to play Origins. I jumped straight into Inquisition. I haven't played any of the other Dragon Age games. I remember wanting to get Origins when it released and stuff, but I never actually got around to it because like I was looking at like a bunch of like different RPG games I was like interested in, and I never actually picked it up, and so I never got a chance to play it. And so when Dragon Age Inquisition came out, I finally picked it up and I played a lot of it. So I'm probably going to go back and play Origins at some point. I don't know about 1 and 2 though.
Origins is 1.
Right. I'm a freaking idiot. No, but yeah, I plan on playing Origins at some point.
All right.
God, I keep getting like these things like it's like all these because when you think like the title, it seems like an extra edition, you know, like kind of like a spin-off of like the Dragon Age series, and so like I get these things confused a lot.
It kind of sounds like a prequel.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like a prequel game, so that's why like I was like.
I feel that's so funny though. Like it sounds like a prequel, and we're always used to the prequel being like the third or fourth.
Yeah,
game
exactly.
in the series, and they were actually like, no, we're gonna make the first one actually be the first one.
But yeah,
we obviously have to mention Elder Scrolls. Like,
Oh yeah.
I played a lot of Oblivion.
Oh no, yeah. Oblivion was my jam. And Morrowind. I think Morrowind was a little bit better than Oblivion, but like.
Morrowind was better than Oblivion, but Oblivion's like the one I've really that's the one that solidified it for me to get into the Elder Scrolls series.
We didn't really hear a lot of people talk about Morrowind before until like all these until like Skyrim and Elder Scrolls Online came out. That's when people really started talking about Morrowind.
Because was that even like console? I think that may have been.
No, it was console.
Was it on console?
Yeah, original Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah. But like we do hear a lot of talk about Oblivion, and Oblivion was definitely like the one that got me into
That was a
it.
great one.
Great. It was multi-platform. Everybody was able to play it.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. And then all the DLC that came out for it.
Except for the horse DLC. You changed the armor.
Yeah, that was okay.
I was like, really? Like when that came out.
Sorry, I had to moisten my tongue.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, I don't like
Because I
you
think
saying
it sounds
that at all.
funny. I think it sounds really weird. So
Was that what you doing? I remember walking out and you said that, like, I need to moisten my
that's
tongue.
what he
And I was like, what is he talking about? And I went to the restroom.
But hey, it got us something to talk about.
Strange. Strange.
No, I was thirsty, so I drank a lot of caffeine this morning. I've been saying this all day. I drank a lot of caffeine, so I've been really thirsty today.
Okay.
But yeah, but back on the Elder Scroll series, like, man, Oblivion was so good. I mean, I even like Skyrim, but Skyrim I felt like was very like bland. Like,
But you still play it.
No, I did, but I modded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, modded
Crazy.
Skyrim is like
Yeah,
There's a lot of
no
stuff
vanilla
going for
though. I was like, because I had it when I first got it when it came out. It was an Xbox 360, and it was cool, but like I felt it was really bland compared to like Oblivion. I felt Oblivion and Morrowind was more in
very
depth.
linear to me. Skyrim, vanilla.
But at the same time,
Also,
it was,
I hated the UI so much.
yeah. But
It
at the
was
same time, it was
disgusting.
still the one that really got like the mainstream audience into.
No, yeah,
like,
because it was really simple. Like I remember Oblivion, like your sword's always broken. You're like, oh, I gotta fix them and do
Yeah.
all these things. Oh, like it was great. And this one was just like, here's your sword.
Yeah.
and it's like amazing, you know.
Yeah, you just run out of like runic power.
Yeah, and there wasn't like different kinds of swords. I mean, there was like the categories, like if they were like, you know, what was it, like iron, steel,
Iron,
and stuff like that. But I
steel.
remember in like Oblivion, like there was different kinds of like steel swords, you know, and different things
Oblivion
like that.
had a lot more going for it. It was a. It was when like these games were still like kind of catering towards like a more hardcore audience, whereas like Skyrim catered more towards like a casual audience. That's also kind of why like
This is
it
why
was the one
Elder
to,
Scrolls Online isn't doing
yeah
that great, even though it's a great game. It's like it's not casual friendly as much as it should have been. It's not like Skyrim multiplayer.
Yeah,
It's probably like Morrowind or
Oblivion. It's targeted towards
Online.
more people that want to play Oblivion and Morrowind again without actually having to go back and play those games again. I don't think the difficulty wasn't like the reason why I got bored. I just got bored of it. But
I'm not saying like the game was difficult. I
Yeah.
mean like it was complex.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
all the options that you had are like finding items. Like you play Skyrim, you find everything. Like
yeah.
it's right
if you
there.
if you like Skyrim, you're not gonna like Elder
You
Scrolls
enter
Online.
a dungeon, you look to like your left, and there's a pile of skeletons with their
Yeah.
armor still there. And you just pick it up. There you go. You're upgraded.
yep, there you go.
Still find it weird that like the first weapon they give you in Elder Scrolls Online is a great sword, instead of like giving one like tailored towards your class.
I think that was the smartest thing they could do to sort of show that every class
can use
every
anything.
weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That sounds like a typical like Elder Scrolls start off though. 'Cause
Yeah.
every Elder
like,
Scrolls you start
every
with a
Elder Scrolls you
weapon.
get a great sword.
Yeah.
And then you have
Yeah.
to like find whatever you want to use
Yeah.
somewhere down that first dungeon.
Oh my god, I'm so thirsty.
Moist your tongue.
I'm gonna say that a lot now.
Oh great.
It's your fault for pointing it out.
What have I done? Yeah, I was gonna mention something. Even like I don't know. I feel like Bethesda, like their games are going more targeted to like majority of the audience than like hardcore gamers. You know, because even like in Skyrim, you know the different guilds and stuff. Like their quest lines were really like boring and like kind of like. I guess generic. I guess like it felt bland. Like I hate saying that, but that's what it felt like.
No, it was
to
like
me.
it was really boring.
Yeah, no,
and like the only thing that was exciting for me for vanilla Skyrim was like the dragon priests.
Yeah,
Like
that was the only cool
I
thing.
really just liked getting all the masks and seeing what they did.
Yeah, but like even but in Oblivion, like the guilds, like every guild, it was like crazy. Like and you actually did things that mattered. You know, even like in the the Dark Brotherhood,
Dark Brotherhood was pretty fun in Skyrim.
It was all right, but
Thieves Guild was pretty fun as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think my favorite out of all the guilds in Skyrim was Thieves Guild, but like in Oblivion, it was more like it was just more complex. Like like when you did the Dark Brotherhood, you had contracts like you know that were way more complex. They were just like go here and kill this guy.
Yeah,
they were like this guy.
Dark Brotherhood was just like go kill this, go kill this. Okay, here's a high priority target right here. There might be some people watching, but it's still like...
Yeah, but then in Oblivion, I remember there was like all these things. Like there's a guy in his house. He only there from like 3 to 6 p.m. And whatever. And you're like, he sits on his couch. And then, of course, there's something above and you drop it and then he dies. Or there was one where like it was like a house party where they had to find treasure or something. And he had to kill all of them secretly without them knowing, which was really fun. That was my favorite quest. But like, and then you go to Skyrim, it's like, kill this guy. Okay. You know, so.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope maybe in the future in the games of like this is majority to Bethesda is except for majority, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's going to keep going bland and bland and bland until it's like kind of like playing just an action shooter game or whatever.
Yeah, they're trying to open up to like a bigger audience. Like it's a money
which makes sense though. Like, they're making a bunch of money.
Yeah, it's a business decision. But like, what about us that want like more depth to our game? You know?
Exactly. Yeah, what I missed, like, you know, in Oblivion and Morrowind and stuff, you know, I missed that. Even in Fallout like 3 in New Vegas, like that was great, you know. I mean, New Vegas wasn't Bethesda, but like, you know, like New Vegas was like I honestly think was a better version of Fallout 3, except for the layout of the environment.
Right.
Even like those were great, you know. And then like I just feel like the next like Elder Scrolls might be like worse than Skyrim, you know.
Yeah, that's what I worry about.
Yeah, and then it's just like I'm never gonna play them again, you know, until like people like bring out mods and fix them.
I really do hope like they did Skyrim intentionally easy just to get people invested in it and get interested in a game, so that they'd obviously go look back or like look at Elder Scrolls Online and kind of just get into the, you know, how intricate the game is and how difficult it really is and complicated. And then for whatever Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be, they're like, all right, we're back to complex and like, you know, giving you an actual challenge.
I do believe that they intentionally made Skyrim that way to get more people interested in RPGs, because like I think Skyrim is like the big reason why RPGs have become much bigger and like as popular as they are now. Because like more people are getting interested, they're getting invested in these games, and it's possible that they'll start going back to their roots with like the future ones because of like what the fans tell them, you know.
Not even from what the fans tell them. It's like if you know this game is going to be, they can tell designing that game that look, this is going to attract a lot of attention. Let's tone it down just a little bit. Let's draw in all these different people. Keep our older fans still like, you know, kind of interested, you know, wanting to play the game. And then it's like, now that all these newer people are accustomed to Skyrim, they know how Elder Scrolls games work, they kind of know what they're doing and how to play, we can go back to being a little more difficult and adding a challenge the next time. But I feel like this was just like a welcome back, first of all, because we hadn't seen a Elder Scrolls game in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And then a welcome to newer fans that are like interested in a series. And like Oblivion was too hard for them the first time around.
Yeah. Well, if they do that, I applaud to them because I miss like games like Oblivion, like and Morrowind. Like those are great games, you know.
I miss Neverwinter Nights. I want another one.
What was another RPG? Do you guys remember Jade Empire?
Oh yeah.
Was that
wait.
That's
on the
was that
original
an MMO?
Xbox.
No, it was on the original Xbox.
No, I was thinking Jade Dynasty.
No, it was
It was an MMORPG.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I haven't actually played Jade Empire.
It was great. But I don't know if that was an actual RPG or if that was just like an action
I think it was more action.
I think so.
Who made it again?
I don't remember. I remember having the physical. I remember
I feel
looking
like it was
at
a
the cover.
BioWare game.
It might be. I'm going to look it up right now.
I'm pretty sure Jade Empire was a BioWare game.
You can keep talking. No dead air, please.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was like actual RPG. I don't remember. It was old
it's BioWare
game.
Yeah,
that was an old game.
it was really good.
Yeah, even like game like RPGs like Mass Effect, like
Yeah, which is coming back whenever that's coming back.
yeah. I'm like interested, but I'm also like it's gonna be different, obviously, and they're gonna have to make it different,
Right.
You know, the game was kind of the 1, 2, and 3 of Mass Effect like kind of closed the story.
Yeah,
Obviously. But I'm like, I am interested to see like how they're gonna like bring it out, you know. So, and I was a huge fan when that game first came out. So I'm pretty hyped about that.
All right. I think we talked a good amount.
I think so. I think we've reached the end of this RPG talk.
Yep.
There's nothing else to talk about. Well, did you guys play Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest?
No, I didn't.
No.
No, I wasn't a Dragon Quest guy.
Okay. I guess I'll just leave that to myself.
All right.
I thought because I personally thought Dragon Quest was like a really good RPG series, but I don't like how they're like they turned it into Dynasty Warriors for this last game, and I'm hoping
I think it's just
doesn't
because it's a
become,
spin-off.
like, yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't become like a habit, or they don't try and do more of that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that one's just a spin-off, and then the
Because I'd love to see an actual Dragon Quest game on the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last time I saw it was on the PS2.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more of our content, you can go to our website at next-gennation.com. Like us on Facebook at Next Generation Group. Follow us on Twitter at NGN_team. And make sure you subscribe to us, whether it be on iTunes, YouTube, or any of the other podcasting services. If you have any questions or topics for consideration, you can email us at nextgenerationpodcast@gmail.com. So close. I know. So close. I'm sorry. I'll get it next time. All right. See you guys soon.
See ya.